everybody, and welcome back to This is the Police. It's day 93, the Freeburg Tribune. Doctor says euthanasia should be a personal choice. I agree. Golden Bird, priest notes prostitution increase. Awesome. And the Fact, Freeburg's #1 paper, soap actor Manuel Torreblanca announced completion of film career. Man, the Fact is always here to lift us up when the Golden Bird and the Freeburg Tribune are bringing us down. Alright. Yesterday I lost a bet and swallowed my car keys. Last night I was shitting blood. I think I better go to the hospital. No. Come tomorrow. You're a dumbass. Yes. No on you because you're the lead detective on the stand and we need you. Yeah, come tomorrow. Just anything. I don't care. Orson Stan keeps himself in shape and works out every day. Orson Stan never misses a performance of his favorite stripper, Snezhana. Alright, let's send our best. Mass riot. Several dozen workers have gone on strike over layoffs and wage cuts. For a while they were expecting someone from the company to negotiate with them, but this never happened. The protesters have armed themselves with improvised weapons and have started to break down the fence. Okay. Let's send, like, kind of the low end to this, I guess. In the paddy wagon. There's been a rape in a toilet. Inside the booth of the ladies' public toilet, a woman was overheard holding a man against his will, attempting to blackmail him into having sex. Crystal Harrington only vaguely made out that part of their conversation and immediately ran to find a phone and call the police. We'll send Shannon Dixon out to this. Yeah, there he was. Fuck yes. Good job, Newberry. Start to investigate Sand. Christopher G. Sand executed businessman Timothy Wayne. Let's put Beasley on this. And everybody else as well. Great job, everybody. We'll wait for this this one to come back, for these guys to come back, so that we can reassign some people. The booth was occupied by a couple who were spicing up their relationship with role-playing games and sex in public places. Mr. Boyd, I have the misfortune of having a family. My only daughter is marrying a complete idiot. She's requiring that the wedding take place on the roof of my skyscraper and as soon as possible. I want to protect my daughter from making the biggest mistake of her life. So I've organized a grand wedding and reception, and I ask that you arrest the groom at the altar on some monstrous charge, like child pornography, for example. Better for my daughter to survive that horrible moment of shame in front of 100 people than live in shame every day for the rest of her life. I mean, kind of seems like your daughter's decision, but okay. Investigations. Yeah, you know what, actually, we have a lot of detectives now, so we'll put you guys on the carjacking. And then we'll put you guys on Sand. Alright, Christopher G. Sand is the head of the Sand Mafia family, a role he plays as grandson of the founder. He kills people in exceptional cases, and the Timothy Wayne case is exceptional. Timothy Wayne was the owner of the Hell on Wheels car dealership, which helped Varga in the war against Sand. He was kidnapped by Orson Sand and his accomplices. They brought Wayne to the ranch in an ambulance, stripped him naked, and sat him next to the aviary beside the hunting dogs. There, he waited for the arrival of Christopher G. Sand. Christopher G. Sand wanted to hear an explanation why, after so many years of mutually beneficial cooperation, Timothy Wayne would choose to stab him in the back and get into bed with Vickis Varga. In response, Timothy Wayne spat in Christopher G. Sand's face. That was a mistake, sir. Christopher G. Sand is a seasoned hunter and prefers hunting rifles, but in the case of Wayne Timothy, he used a shotgun. He shot him in the stomach so he could suffer a little before he died. The bleeding body of Timothy Wayne was thrown into the kennel with the hungry hunting dogs. Oh my god, he fucking Ramsay Boltoned him. Oh, well now you really have to go. I'm not about that.
910B in progress.
2 women tried to quietly pocket some expensive jewelry at the boutique, but the guard saw everything and stopped them and demanded that they turn out their pockets. One of the women then pulled a gun from her purse and began to threaten the store's employees. This sounds like a job for Chin and Dixon.
710A in progress.
A security guard reports that an armed man wearing a frock coat burst into the registry office. He was dragging a young girl in a white dress behind him and demanded the staff immediately arrange their marriage. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I don't think we need the SWAT for this, but let's definitely send some people. $6 grand, alright. I have a drink because I intend to record for a long time. Gonna record a lot of episodes in this sitting.
1210 in progress.
A waitress says that a suspicious-looking man in a rumpled jacket has been sitting at the table for several hours. He didn't order anything. I brought him a coffee and he just sat there staring at me. I'm afraid he's going to watch me until my shift is over, and then... The girl stammered. It's scary to imagine. This sounds like a false alarm, but we'll send some people anyway.
I was trying to raise
No.
Nice got a situation
The man grips the
here.
girl's arm tightly and aims a shotgun at the registry office employee. She says, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. You there, throw down your weapon or I'll put a hole in your suit.
710A.
See, you didn't need any help. I needed to keep 2 people just in case, you know?
Progress. 1110 in progress.
Okay, a mass riot at the ice arena. We just got some people. Without explanation, Karen Sparkle's manager canceled the Freeburg stop on an incredibly popular singer's tour. She was originally scheduled to perform in town next month, and the incensed fans have gathered to the ice arena where the concert was to be held, demanding to speak with Karen immediately. Senior guard Trevor Hernandez sent his men to calm down the crowd, but the guards were severely beaten, and the crowd has begun to break open the doors and windows. Jesus Christ. Alright. White, Simpson, Quatch, Flowers, Rosha. Get out there. We just received an anonymous call. Someone is unloading an armed shipment at the port. All the regular workers were sent home early. Sure, SWAT, why not? We have them a few times a day.
1210 complete.
The man in question was fired from his job today. He was trying to collect his thoughts and figure out how to get by.
In progress.
Martin Coker, owner of the local grocery store, said that 2 older women with big gym bags are hanging around by the parking lot selling cigarettes to passersby. I can barely make ends meet as it is, and these hucksters are chasing away all my customers. But I don't really like that everyone's out. This is a dangerous place to be in, so Asmund, McNally, floor it a little bit.
215
What?!
complete. Looks like we have a situation here.
4 large men in black suits are loading boxes into a van. There's 3 more armed guards. You're surrounded, nobody move. The men with the machine guns are firing at the cops. The others quickly open one of the boxes and pull out a grenade launcher. Get in the truck and ram the sons of bitches. Throw stun grenades and attack.
1110 complete.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, I'm having flashbacks. Back when things were terrible.
1510 1011B in progress.
Terrorism. Okay, we need more people for that. Two bearded men came into the train station and began to pray, and then went into different corners of the depot and took off their jackets. Witnesses report they were both wearing suicide vests. One of the attackers detonated his vest, but the second man's vest didn't work, and he fled in panic to the back rooms of the station. Okay. Okay. We lost one half of Team Spectacle. Oh. Okay. So, she, So he snatched her purse, yep. Oh! Yeah! Tanner Scott, high school senior. Tanner Scott works at the car wash and spends all his time around cars. We do not need SWAT for this. Tanner Scott attends school diligently. Okay. So he was tied up naked and waiting for him. And then he was shot in the stomach with... Is that a shotgun? That looks like a shotgun. And then he was thrown to the dogs. That's all we got for now.
I was trying to raise 10-1, so
Yeah,
it's possible.
whatever. It's the end of the night, so we'll just send everybody we got. Awesome. It's been a great day for Newberry. Holy shit. Newberry's helped catch 2 people today.
1011B complete.
Excellent. And we found explosives that we will sell to the Mafia. Declare Quatch dead, declare Rosha dead, and declare Flowers dead. And we'll let Newberry take some time off. Holy shit. Alright, the Freeburg Tribune. Minesweeper. Most calls are false alarms. Golden Bird. Grandmaster Alan Bourne plays 20 simultaneous games in park. That's pretty neat. The Fact, Freeburg's #1 paper. Beach to boast new Neptune statue. Nice. I accidentally broke my bathroom mirror and getting ready for work. My dad said it's 7 years. No. God damn it, Sterling. Are you a cop or not? I gotta be whiskey tinged to deal with fucking Sterling. We sent her to academy training to try to get this fucking behavior out of her. Oh, cool. Tanner Scott turned out to be a member of a gang known as the Keylesses. He could help you take down the gang if you make him an informant. Fuck yes. Interrogate him. Okay. He's a 15-year-old male. When he was 10 years old, Tanner Scott went skating on the frozen lake and fell through the ice. The boy nearly drowned but was rescued by a passing police patrolman. Tanner suffered quite a lot as a result of the incident. He developed chronic skin problems and an increased sensitivity to temperature changes. Are you fucking Jack Frost? Okay. Tanner Scott is from a poor family. His father, a trucker, is rarely at home, and his mother is a clumsy waitress struggling to hold down a job even at the cheap diner she works at. The boy loves cars and dreams of being a Formula One driver. To be closer to the coolest cars, he took a job at a car wash where he became friends with Nina Ware, a stylish female accountant. Tanner is so attached to her that he even invited her to his school for Professionals Day, but Nina didn't come. All his classmates called him an orphan and laughed. Tanner Scott has no chance of getting into a decent college. He has bad grades, no sports talent to earn a scholarship, and his parents barely make ends meet. So, when he was 10, he fell through the ice. He was rescued by a policeman. He has skin problems and is sensitive to temperature. His father's a trucker. His mother's a waitress. He wants to be a Formula One driver. Nina did not come to Professionals Day, and he can't get into college. Okay. Broken Hydrant's gonna cost you. Next time you go for a ride, maybe try it. Why are you trying to steal a sports car? Want to feel like a real racer? You like to play with cars? My son has a big collection of models. Want to see? You'll see me driving Formula One on TV one day. You got your face on camera. Tell me about your relationship with me. Your mother dropped everything and rushed right here from the diner. Let's finish this quickly. You don't want to get her fired again, do you? Don't bother my mom, please. We found an entry in a school magazine. Looks like Nina Ware was your guest on Professionals Day. She was not. Look, you cooperate, I'll recommend you for the police academy. We have a lot of cool cars here, too. Admit it, kid. Or you'll find yourself in such a deep, dark hole that the hole you fell in as a kid will seem like a holiday. Fuck you. Police academy. I hate cops. Cops saved you. Torture with darkness, torture with noise, torture with heat. One time, I saw Nina Ware steal a sweet sports car. She promised to teach me everything she knew about jacking cars as soon as I turn 18. Start to investigate Nina Ware. We'll make Mole the lead on this. Nina Ware stole an expensive sports car from a private lot of a gay club called the Unicorns of Arcadia. Percy passed? What the fuck? Hire for shift A. Hire for shift A. We lost 3 cops. So how did that happen?
1010A in progress.
A bearded man wearing a hood rode a bike into the office building, looked around nervously, and walked into the foyer. He quietly placed a black bag behind a pillar and then disappeared. The guard tried to chase down the bearded man down, but lost him in the crowded street. Send 3 of our guys out. Where the hell is Percy? Nina Ware is an experienced thief. She never leaves a scratch and never resorts to violence. To pass through the private access areas, Nina Ware always uses fake documents. For example, a private investigator's license or a fire inspector's badge. The cameras around the Unicorns of Arcadia have been disabled to protect the privacy of the club's guests. That's not helpful. Nina Ware normally uses a jimmy stick to open the car doors, but this thief is quite small and agile and could climb into the cab through an opening in the trunk. Nina never uses keys. Real pros don't need keys. Okay. We'll do our best.
412 in progress.
The reinsurance group of Freeburg reports that several armed men have stormed into their offices and started attacking their employees. One of the men pulled out a gun and told a young employee that he'd kill her unless she returned all his money immediately. Another employee called the police and says that the attackers are drunk and can barely stand on their feet. Yes, they are, damn it, but that's not the point. They're crazy enough to kill someone. We'll send our not-so-great guys to this. I mean, they're still pretty good. The building's lobby is empty. And there's a black bag near one column. Completely evacuate the building. Once inside the package, some mechanism spins up and the packages starts humming and vibrating. Open it. Make sure everyone is at a safe distance. We have a report on the radio that the suspect was spotted in the crowd outside the building. He was smiling watching the scene and he holds something like a remote control. Take the suspect from behind, threaten him with a pistol, and take the remote. No. Maybe.
1010A.
Okay. Good. And there were explosives. Great. We better sell all this shit to the Mafia, because very soon we won't be able to do that anymore, because we're gonna arrest Sand pretty soon. The cleaning lady called to complain about a suspicious man wandering around near the fence. The weirdo spent the last half hour rubbing against the fence staring at the children. You'd better come and arrest him. Yeah, I guess. What? Oh, fuck. Lazzarini. It sucks that we're losing men, but at least we're not losing all our men, like before. There's been a missing persons in the suburb.
1210 complete.
The man was very drunk and merely holding onto the fence to keep from falling. Alright. Okay, good. We do have some... Wait, are they here, though? They are not. So we will take... Weaver, you'll be point on this. Judith Morrow has reported to the police that her husband Eric has disappeared. She had returned home early from a business trip, hoping to surprise him, but the house had been turned upside down and Eric was nowhere to be found. No one at work has seen him for the past 5 days. Because they haven't done anything yet today. A group of drunken workers gathered at the factory entrance to protest cuts to their shift hours and other privileges. Management at the bread baking plant has ignored their concerns and are calling in the police to disperse their disgruntled employees. Alright, we were late with the mortgage payment a couple weeks ago, but Eric got a big bonus and everything was settled. But my husband was very nervous about the money, worried that someone from work would try to rob us. They work with a lot of ex-convicts. Eric had serious money problems. 3 weeks ago he asked to borrow some money, but I'm barely making ends meet myself. Eric began to cry and said he'd have to deal with some bad people. A couple of weeks ago, Eric had an argument with his superiors. He was clearly not himself, trying to borrow money and cursing up a storm. I recently overheard one of Eric's telephone conversations, but I could only make out a few pieces. The next meeting with the twins will be my last. That'll be a nice night. I thought he was talking about prostitutes again. A receipt from Eddie's Burgers, a brochure entitled Multiply Your Capital in 5 Easy Steps, and a number of documents, an empty envelope stamped eviction notice, and an advertisement from the sex industry in the office trash can. Okay, sure. Mrs. Wright reports that the basement of an abandoned house has become a black market for unregistered weapons. There's no machine guns, but plenty of handguns, and they sell them to young boys. Yes, I mean children. Alright. We'll send our B team. And then this is the C team.
In progress.
3 men were eating dinner at a small restaurant when 2 of the attackers opened fire on them from the street. One was killed on the spot. The other 2 hid behind an overturned table and began to return fire. Several more cars pulled up, and armed men stepped out to join the shootout. One witness shouted over the phone, "There's a lot of civilians around. A lot of people are injured. Hurry." I think I want some more people for this, so we're gonna hold off for just a sec.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Okay, take these 3. Oh, take these 2. And then we'll keep 2 just in case.
Progress.
A supermarket cashier saw a young black man in a hood grab an old lady's shopping bags and run away.
We've got a situation
Most of the
here.
people involved in the firefight have been killed or seriously injured. 2 men on the street continue to shoot at the restaurant. Order the suspects on the street to surrender.
510 complete.
Fuck yes.
410A in progress.
Good job, everybody. Non-automatic weapons. A biker crashed into a truck at the intersection. Some of the biker's friends arrived soon afterward, pulling the driver out of the truck. They are getting ready for a lynching. Okay, that's not good. Okay. That would be the twins. I don't know what that is. Eviction notice and an advertisement. Maybe. And I know we went to Eddie's Burgers, so maybe. I'm not really sure about that one. Alright, so she shows up. Okay, that was super easy.
910B complete.
Nina keeps thorough books and often stays late at work. Nina Ware loves pizza. No, she's gonna be here. It turns out the old woman knew the young man from the neighborhood. He's a medical student who lives nearby and was just helping the woman load her groceries into the car. Okay. Oh, no, that would be a shotgun. But he's not naked in that picture, so that's not right. Oh, that's them taking him out of the truck.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Wrong place. Really? She just loves pizza? And that's where she is? What? What? The one who looks like me is dead! Oh, this is a bad day. This was a bad day. Mole, I need you to work tomorrow. Oh, we got some story.
Who's there?
Ooh. Jesus.
Show yourself or I'll start popping off.
Mr. Boyd, it's me, Mr. Fry.
I don't know any Mr. Fry, and if I did, I wouldn't want him coming around in the middle of the night.
Mr. Boyd, I'm a private detective. I was looking for your wife, Laura.
Right, my wife Laura. I'm looking for my wife Laura. Laura Markham Boyd. Right.
You want to throw on a robe, Mr. Boyd?
I'm not cold. So, Laura, what have you learned?
Fucking love
I know where
Jack.
she lives, who she's with. I know what her plans are. To tell the truth, I learned even more than I expected, but I can't tell you anything.
I'll keep a hold of this thing just in case. So, what were you saying?
I said I can't share this information with you, Mr. Boyd. You see, Laura... Well, let's say... Your beloved Laura is with a very wealthy man. I consider myself a good investigator, but he figured out pretty quick that I was onto him. We talked, all three of us, me, him, Laura. And, well, we agreed that I'd stop bothering them, and in return, I'm getting a very good position in the company he owns. Mr... Oh, I almost gave the name away.
You do realize I could shoot you right here.
Well, that would hardly be fair, Mr. Boyd. I might not have come here, you know. But I decided to come clean with you, look you in the eye. I don't want you blaming Emma. She really wanted to help you. Plus, Mr. Boyd, I like you. You're a good chief of police, and I feel bad for you. So, I talked to Laura, and she'll call you when she's ready. You just need to wait a little longer, and, well, I'm not taking a penny from you for my services.
Get out. Leave the beer.
But I already drank half of it.
Don't worry, I'm not squeamish. Hey, Fry, take off your shoes.
I'm sorry?
Take off your shoes. Leave them at the door and get out.
But why?
Because when I asked you to leave the beer, it seemed like you didn't really mind. And I want you to mind.
God damn it, I love Jack.
And the socks. Fine. Good night.
Jack Boyd is a fucking treasure. I love him. He's so good. Alright, Freeburg Tribune. During concert, singer Gennaro Crespo presents Ring to Admirer. Golden Bird, LGB activist, homophobia in Freeburg at every turn. The Fact, Freeburg's #1 paper. World War II naval mine discovered in city dump. Oh no. Staval! Yes, you can. Okay. Everyone good? Everyone's good. Jack, we just got a complaint from the Human Rights Committee. They claim that the police department has been practicing torture. We are able to hush everything up, but we're very disappointed in you, Jack. We don't need our public institutions attracting that kind of attention. Jack, a new bar is open in the city, and its owner promised to pour free drinks for all the cops and firefighters. Can't speak for the firefighters, but our guys are going to jump at this opportunity. Oh, God, that means I'm going to have a lot of drunk people to send home. Alright, Shift B has lost a lot of people, so we need to, you know, we need to refill those ranks.
In progress.
A chemistry teacher called to tell us that one of his graduate students is standing at the edge of the roof. He's been harassed by his classmates because he wouldn't hide his sexual orientation. It seems like the guy finally broke. We'll get out there and save it. believe that. She just loves pizza, so there she is. Stuart Hayes, chopped up the sports car that Nina Ware stole. During the premiere of an animalism expedition, a masked gunman burst into the gallery, killed 2 guards, and started bagging the paintings, some of which are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some visitor and staff are still in the gallery. Alright, so, and let's send Percy on the off chance he dies. And if not, he's balanced by some pretty good cops. We'll get on that. And everybody else can get on this.
In progress.
The alarm at the electronics store just went off. We called, but they're not picking up. It's middle of the day, so they should be open. That sounds sketchy. Let's send everybody. Let's not send everybody. Oh, fuck. Yeah, let's send some people. And Everton White, please hurry back. Stuart Hayes has worked at the car and wash most of his life and learned all about using his hands. Stuart Hayes pays the car thief in cash on delivery. Stuart Hayes uses yellow tape to mark out the space he'll need to cut the car. Stuart Hayes prefers to use a reciprocating saw for cutting up a vehicle. The cut-up car is disguised as scrap metal and then loaded into a truck with a hoist and driven off to the rail station.
In progress.
I'm gonna wait a little bit, as long as I can.
Officer on scene.
The shop window is broken and there are 2 large men with guns inside. One is cleaning at the cash register, the other is carrying a TV. Customers are lying on the floor, but there's no sign of the cashier. We have you surrounded, throw down your weapons. The robbers spot the police. The man with the TV runs to the pickup truck and the other pulls the cashier from under the counter and puts a gun to his head. Let us go quietly. Tell the hostage to duck and shoot the robbers.
910 complete.
Excellent. Oh wow, everyone's coming back. Alright. And Percy got some points. Come on, everyone should be back in time. Yep. A group of young people blocked the slaughterhouse's exit, chanting, "Meat is murder!" The protesters are carrying flashy posters, and one eyewitness reports seeing a weapon. We'll send Percy too. We're gonna try to make a good cop out of Percy. Otherwise, we're gonna just have him killed. Lisa Gwilyn was in a hurry at the dentist and accidentally went into the wrong room. I saw people inside wearing white coats and masks, bottles of pills, and some suspicious equipment and different colored powders. I think there might have been drugs. I mean, this screams false alarm to me, but okay. Alright, take McNally. I need one more person for this.
216 complete.
Percy, look at you.
510 in progress. 1111 complete.
The woman I wanted into the office of the pharmaceutical company next door to the dentist. Mr. Boyd, I've decided to build a new church for the glory of our Lord Jesus Christ, and am beset by the greedy paws of his good servants. Just when we were about to start laying the foundation, the developer decided to raise the price of his services, threatening to disrupt our production schedule. His new demands are unchristian and simply extortionist. The Lord wants you to send your employees to talk with this developer and his men. Put a few of them in cement. We have made it clear that these greedy heathens, that the Lord's house shall be built even on the bones of sinners. Lol, okay. Okay, and we'll send SWAT. Patrol tried to pull over a black Jeep for speeding, and the driver tried to ditch them. That doesn't sound like a shooting. That does not sound like a shooting. Mrs. Lombardi looked out the window and saw a strange, overgrown man spreading out his hands. The woman whispered, I think it's part of some kind of satanic ritual. This also sounds like a false alarm. I also don't like that all of our cops are used up now. This bishop is really kind of overplaying his boundaries. $55. The police car catches up with the Jeep. A dark-skinned teenager pops out of a car and starts shooting. Shoot off the wheels. The Jeep abruptly turns down an alley, but the vehicle can't handle the turn and flips over. Come out with your hands up. Good job, guys. And we found some automatic weapons.
211 in progress. 1210 complete.
Mrs. Lombardi got all worked up about a common scarecrow that one of her neighbors placed on the lawn. An elderly security guard reported that he locked a vandal inside the gallery. The guy had already broken into one of the statues with a hammer, part of the Eros versus Thanatos exhibit. Thanatos. Thanos. No need to hurry. There's no way he's getting out this door. As for the other statues, I don't mind much either way. Let him smash up the porno if that's what he wants. Fucking look at Percy. Already at 75. Alright, so he loads them up with a winch. That's red tape, so that's not it. What the hell is that? In cash. Okay, so that's not it. Alright, so they haul him. That's right, he was in this. He was in this. They strip him down. He spits in Stan's face. He gets eaten by dogs. He gets shot in there as well. But we don't have that one yet. Don't have any detectives to put on this right now. But DeLazzo's doing pretty well on his own. In the day. Alright, well that is all the time I have for today, so thank you everybody so much for watching. I've been Rael, and I'll see you next time. Bye!